Good evening and thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with deeply troubling events in Iraq. It hasn't been in the headlines much lately, but the world is paying attention now. Islamist militants, a group even more radical than al-Qaeda, have seized control of big parts of northern Iraq with stunning speed, including the second largest city, Mosul, and Saddam Hussein's hometown of Tikrit. And tonight they are surging south towards Baghdad. Not only is Iraq in peril like never before, its border with Syria is now effectively open. Our report tonight from Mike Armstrong.
It is a massive wave of people, and it has been moving for days. By some estimates, 500,000 people have fled their homes in Mosul, a city now under the control of an al-Qaeda splinter group. This man calls the situation hopeless. I will do my best to save my family, he says, and protect my children. The battle for Mosul didn't last long and didn't go the way some expected. Iraqi forces outnumbered militants, according to some accounts, 15-1. But by Tuesday, the city was seized by ISIS, the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. The group took over the airport, TV stations, police stations, government offices, even prisons. There are accounts many Iraqi soldiers simply abandoned their posts and weapons and ran away. The Iraqi Prime Minister, in an address to the nation today, called the fall of Mosul a conspiracy. Nouri al-Maliki says his troops retreated based on rumor and confusion. He says he wants to know how it happened. ISIS didn't wait long to push out again. This video was posted online today showing militants in Tikrit. It is another propaganda victory for the group, showing it has the numbers, the organization, and the equipment to mount large-scale operations. It also shows, according to a former U.S. ambassador, that American forces were pulled out of Iraq too early. There isn't much Iraqi forces can do, he says, to slow ISIS down.
And so therefore they're going to keep moving, at least in the Sunni areas. I don't think anything can stop them at this point.
Now, the Iraqi government is promising a counteroffensive to push the Islamist group out, but the provincial governor says he warned Baghdad ISIS was coming, but nothing was done. He says the group's supplies came from bases in Syria and that he asked the Iraqi military to attack there before ISIS got to Mosul. The Iraqi government will meet tomorrow. The Prime Minister is asking for more powers and to declare a state of emergency. It is very unlikely any help is coming from the U.S. There is no appetite for intervention. A decade in Iraq cost the U.S. about $1.7 trillion and more than 4,400 lives. The civilian death toll was more than 30 times that figure and is still growing today. Mike Armstrong, Global News.
The group active in Iraq is called the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, or ISIS, and it appears to be surpassing al-Qaeda as the world's most dangerous jihadist group. They want to create a new Islamic State or caliphate in the Middle East. It would have its own legal system, administrative buildings, even its own street signs. They are ruthless, battle-hardened, and well-equipped, and have recruited thousands of foreign volunteers, including from Canada.